Hello, I'm Brian Hurd. I'm a lawyer who practices and has for many years in the area of elder law, or law relating to older people and their families. In the times I've provided advice and support to older people and the legal support they need, there's one thing I try to instill in older people, and that is an attitude, a positive attitude to ageing. To ignore the myths that are associated with ageing, that they can't cope by themselves, that they have to take all the health and welfare budget, that they have to be spoken to in loud voices or they have a party and their neighbours don't notice. Having a positive attitude to ageing is really important, especially in this time of COVID-19. We do also have to face the realities of ageing, however, and that is what I call the frailty creep. The longer you live, potentially the more frail you become. And as a result, that frailty can increase your dependence on other people, your reliance on other people to assist you and support you in later life, even in making decisions. One of the ironies of the current COVID-19 epidemic is younger people, of all generations in fact, are starting to experience the very things that older people have experienced for many years. That sense of living in isolation, that dependency, that sort of cocoon life, the downsizing effect of living. For many older people, that's where they've been for many years. And the COVID-19, of course, just accentuates the concern for older people in terms of the impact on your health generally. We know, for example, that people over the age of 70 are more likely to contract the virus and, in fact, are more likely to die from it. So that layer of COVID-19 has simply exacerbated existing medical conditions as well, and also led to increasing isolation, dependency, and ultimately, potentially, depression. Ironically as well, however, older people have lived with this already for many years, despite COVID-19. They have managed to live in isolation to some extent, even though I encourage them not to, by staying at home and doing the best they can, or seeking home care the best they can, or bringing in family support as the best they can. So they've created this lifestyle irrespective of COVID-19, and this is just a continuation in many ways of the layer of COVID-19 and its impact upon our lives. From your point of view as an older person, this is also an important time to embrace the new resources that the government in particular is providing to older people to make this transition to the COVID-19 isolation even easier. We now have online training where you can train yourself to go online and to use online facilities and support. Many old people are resistant to that, but the reality at this stage is it's really important for you to do that, to get some assistance in online training so you can use it to the best of your ability. We also have, for example, telehealth, where you can consult your GP in relation to your medical appointments instead of actually physically seeing your GP. So telehealth is another form of online consultation that older people need to embrace. In addition, of course, My Aged Care provides a very good site for you to access for benefits, in particular, for example, in getting discounts or priorities in relation to shopping. We also have, for example, the Older Persons COVID Support Line, which is specifically set up for older people to contact to get advice, assistance and information about the COVID-19 impact as well. So the message for you in COVID-19 and in isolation is many of you would have coped with isolation in your own way already for many years. But what's really important now is that you adjust that isolation and you stay positive in the sense of accepting that a lot of life now is going to be online. So it's important that you take control and maintain control over that online communication that now everyone, including older people, are going to have to use. That means not setting and forgetting, in other words, delegating it to other people for you. You can do that, but you need to maintain some control and supervision of what other people are doing for you to make sure that it's not being abused or misused. In the end, of course, it's up to you to be savvy, a savvy senior, and maintain and take control.